Y'all gonna talk the whole flight?
Well, we could. Okay.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but
Well, I'm sorry you had to hear this one. Your friend over there. It's over. I'll be more than fair, but I want a divorce. Hey, you can have the rental property. I have Paco put bars on it for you, so don't thank me enough. It's a rough neighborhood. You can have your car, and I'll figure everything else out. Huh? Whatever.
Hey everyone, good morning, happy Monday. It is June the 17th or 18th, whatever which one it is, y'all. I'm back with another YouTube video today. I hope y'all are having a wonderful Monday, and I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Thank y'all for joining me. It has been an eventful day so far, and I'm so happy to be back and doing more content for you all. So if you are new here, hit that like button. If you are new here, hit that notification bell. And if you are new here, hit that share button, and y'all know the drill. And whenever I have a new video uploaded, you can just click on it and you can just start watching. Today's video is not going to be a gossip or hot gossip or topic video. It's not going to be one of those videos today. Today's video is going to be like a review of one of my favorite movies. Shout out to another YouTuber, shout out to a family member, shout out to another YouTuber that has shown me so much inspiration. They have gave me so many ideas. They have gave me so much support. Shout out to The Truth. I think I'm pronouncing the name right. Shout out to The Truth for always supporting me, always looking out for me, always giving me so many good tips. And if y'all can, please follow The Truth. I'm going to put the name in the description. If y'all want to do something for me, please give him a follow, because his content is the bomb. It is amazing, and it's very cool, and it is very, 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 very inspiring. And it basically gives you so much info and so much plots in a TV show and in a movie that if you have missed it in a TV show and in a movie, he will basically get all that and uncover it and explain it to you in the best significant way possible. So please give a shout out to The Truth. It's The Truth. It's one of those names. I apologize, but please give him a follow. I'm gonna put the name in the description. But actually, this video that I'm doing a review, I actually got this idea. You know, I wanted to chime in on it and do it. Actually, I've been seeing it on my Facebook. I think that's where I got it from. He had shared it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna do my input on it. So here we go. It's been one of my favorite movies for a while, and we basically gonna get into it, and we're gonna be talking about why did I get married, and we're gonna basically be talking about Angela, we're gonna be talking about Sheila, we're gonna be talking about Mike, we're gonna be talking about all of Sheila's so-called friends and Mike and the baby mama, well, side piece in that movie, and on how Angela was really Sheila's true and only friend in that movie, in that scenario. So we're going to be right back with DeAndre Dobbs The Show, episode 232, after this intro. Stay tuned. y'all, welcome back to DeAndre Dobbs the show, DDTS 231. No, 232. Thank y'all and for welcome back. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And I might have another video out today as well that I want to get out and cover. So stay tuned for that as well. It depends on how I feel. Okay, here we go. So we're talking about in the movie, if y'all have watched it, Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married? The movie, not the play, the movie. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I love the play too. The play was amazing too. But the movie, it basically, stuff when we first watched the movie, we got some of the stuff and some of the concept, but in realness, we didn't understand it all. Some of us might not have understood it all. But as I got older, I realized something, when you go back and you watch the beginning of Why Did I Get Married, and you see all the married couples, they're getting ready to go to this cabin. You see all the couples, you see every couple it is, the best friends. You see them, they finna get ready and go and everything. You see them going through their little scenario. So what really got me was when Mike's scene came up with Sheila and Trina. They was on the plane, and the way the pilot said that she couldn't sit there because a person her size has to buy 2 seats, and I think that was so rude and so sad. And then what made matters even worse, Mike, him supposed to be a husband to Sheila, he gonna end up laughing. Didn't even try to defend her. When Sheila has to lead a plane, she actually has to drive up there to the mountains. And it basically tells you Mike didn't give 2 cares what Sheila was going through. He did not care if she had to walk up there. He did not care. What he did do, he gave her money. Okay, yeah, he gave her money for gas and this and that, the third, but that still is not good, because in my opinion, if you was a good husband, if you truly loved Trina, and if Trina was really Sheila's best friend, for one, Mike would have got off that plane, Trina would have got off that plane, they would have got their money back, and they all could have drove up to the mountains. Or better yet, Trina wouldn't have been going if it were me. Trina would be right where she was started at, which I don't know in the movie because they don't tell you where she came from. Like, she basically was just there. Because that's just how I feel. I feel like if Trina was a good friend and was Sheila's friend, she would have defended Sheila. She would have told Mike. She would have been like, she should have said, well, Mike, I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe I should go with Sheila and you should fly. Or better yet, let me and Sheila fly and you go drive. Or better yet, I'll just stay here and let y'all go because it's a couple's retreat. It's a couple's retreat. That's what it should have been, because number one, it's red flags in that scene. Like, first of all, why is your best friend around your husband? And number two, why is they sitting by each other all of a sudden? And number three, why wasn't Sheila sitting by her husband? Look, He was making fun of her because she had gained all that weight and stuff. Look, the thing is, if you truly love somebody and if you truly care for somebody, you wouldn't be making fun of them, laughing at them. You wouldn't be trying to screw their best friend and all this and that third, because the signs are all there. Wasn't nothing but red flags with the Sheila and the Mike and the Trina situation. Because it's crazy. Because I saw it. I'm like when I first saw the scene, I was like, hell no. No. Trina would be back staying. Trina wouldn't be going because number one, it's a couples retreat. Number two, Mike wasn't no good husband. Number three, I guess Sheila was in denial. She did not want to believe it. I guess she didn't see the signs. I guess she was being a best friend. I guess she was thinking that Trina was her best friend. But in reality, behind closed doors, Trina and Mike was sleeping around. That was messing around behind Sheila's back. And that's crazy because I'm going to tell you something. Not only did that happen in the movie, but basically it tells you it still happens. It happens in real life. Like, this is real life. And if you can't map out the red flags in that type of situation, that you got a best friend and your significant other and they going behind each other back, like, really, I don't care if you leave them two alone and they can say they don't be doing nothing while you be gone. Your intuition never lies. Because this the thing. When you leave and you got a man there, everybody in that house leave. Everybody. And don't nothing better not be there but that furniture, the cat and the dog, them dishes, the grocery, all that. That's all that needs to be there. Them TVs, that's all that needs to be there. Every woman gone. Or man. Because you can't leave too many peoples in your house around your man. Nope. You gotta watch them men too, cause they can be sneaky around your man. They could be knocking boots. Gotta watch them. You gotta watch these so-called straight ones. But let's fast forward. So, Sheila has to drive all the way to the mountains. Before she gets to driving, she stops in the middle of nowhere. Like, she stops while she was driving. She talks to herself. She prays. And she says, Lord, I'm going up to this mountain to save my marriage. And Lord, I ask you to please make it all right. And this is after all the others have made it up there to the mountain. And people was asking, was wondering, you know, I'm going to get to that. But Sheila, she was basically, you know, praying. And she kept going. So I'm guessing as time progressed, the weather had got bad. It had got extreme. So Sheila had to stop. And she stops at the sheriff's station where she met Troy, who was the police officer. And so basically, you know, since the weather was bad, they had to wait till the morning to had to wait till the morning to go to the cabins. So Troy and Sheila, they was talking. Troy offers Sheila some coffee. And then she has this little face and she was like, is something wrong with the coffee? She was like, it's a little bitter. So they was having some coffee. And Troy asked Sheila, and was like, what are you doing driving in this weather anyway? And she says her husband told her that she had to drive because she couldn't be on the plane because a person her size has to have 2 seats. And then Troy says, there's no way I would have my wife driving up to the mountains and to the retreat all by herself. And Troy is right. Troy is right. He got a point. Because I wouldn't have anybody that I was going with, married to, drive somewhere by themselves. And I know that person wouldn't have me doing it either. Because it's crazy. Because it basically tells you that Mike, from Why Did I Get Married, was a messed up individual. And to me, he was a bum ass. You know the rest. I can't say what I want to say. But you know, that's just how I see it. So let's get back to when the friends was talking. The friends was talking, and all of a sudden, you know, Mike and Trina pulls up. When Mike and Trina pulls up, everybody just looking like, what is this? What is this? Everybody start asking, where is Sheila? Where is Sheila? Angela asks, where is Sheila? And then Mike proceeds to say, oh, she's driving. I had to let her big ass drive. And then after he says this, the friends is like, wait a minute, so you telling me she's driving? And Angela was like, I'm still on the biggest hell part. And they were going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And so Trina was like, you know, Mike was introducing Trina to everybody. And Patricia, who was played by Janet Jackson, she was like, anybody is a friend of Sheila's is a friend of ours, correct? And they was like, yeah. And then Angela was like, no. She's gonna have to come up and pay half of this trip or something. And she was like, of course. And then as they were going in the house, I know I'm probably skipping around, but as they were going in the house, Angela's husband, Marcus, was trying to pick up the suitcase to carry for Trina. Angela went over there and knocked that suitcase out of Marcus' hand and was like, she can carry it. And if that does not tell you what type of person Angela was the truth. Honestly, she was. Angela was the truth, because Angela basically was the only person and the most realist person when it came to the Trina and Mike situation. Angela was the only one that really cared for Sheila, really. All the other friends, especially Patricia and Diana, they was all too calm. Sheila did not want to believe that her best friend, who she thought was her best friend, Trina, was sleeping with her husband. But really, the signs was all there. She was always hanging around Mike basically snuck into Trina's room and Angela was up. And Angela was going to beat Trina ass. I was looking forward to it. She was gonna beat her ass. Because Angela is the only one that really cared about Sheila. And to me, I hope I'm not sounding wrong about this. To me, instead of them going after Sheila, after all the stuff went down at the table, with everybody's secrets being exposed, instead of them consoling Sheila, instead of them going to check on Sheila, they were so busy and so, to me, self-centered. They was wrapped up in their own little stuff, their own little secrets, that it seems like to me they did not try to go see what Sheila okay. I understand, like, they had their secrets. I understand that. But to me, Sheila, in my opinion, was the only one, in my opinion, that was going through something. Like, there was pretty much worse in Patricia. Because Patricia and what was his name? What was his name? Gavin? Gavin. Their son has died, passed away. Patricia's husband. And Diana, she got her tubes tied after she had their last baby, and she didn't tell Terry. And Angela slept with Walt. And she said she got a shot. And she said, boom. Then after that, Marcus started choking Angela. And it's basically, it just really, and Sheila, she finds out from Angela that her so-called friend Trina was sleeping with her husband. They was doing it for a very long time. And I'm gonna go on and say this. Angela was the only and was the realest woman out that whole movie. Angela was the only friend and the realest out of the real peoples and women out that movie that actually told Sheila the truth. Angela was the only woman that was woman enough to tell the truth about Sheila and her best friend and her husband was sleeping around. Angela was the only woman. Angela was a real friend. The other ones wasn't gonna tell it because they were so busy wrapped up in their own little skin. They wasn't gonna tell it. They wasn't gonna say nothing. They were just gonna be quiet. That was too calm. But see, Angela is that one friend that you should have. Angela is that one friend that's like, she don't care what anybody say. She don't care if you get mad or not. She's going to tell you. She's going to call you out on your stuff. And Angela said, yeah, she done wrong. Angela done wrong. But it basically shows you and tells you that Angela was Sheila's only and realest friend. Because Diana didn't care. Patricia didn't care. Trina Shaw didn't care because if she cared, she would have never slept with Sheila's husband going behind their back. It's crazy. That's just how I see it. I understand they had their own problems in their own marriage, but think about it. This is Sheila we're talking about. She went through so much after Mike was caught. And the thing was, Mike admitted to it. Mike admitted to it. She was like, yeah, I did. Yeah, I was sleeping with her. And then he gonna say, you don't have to worry about coming to the house. And you gotta, and I got you this place, I got you that, this and that, the third. He was telling some other stuff. And what happened? What happened after Mike told Sheila this? What did Sheila do? Sheila took a damn champagne or wine bottle and knocked the hell out of Mike. Knocked them out sleep. In which Mike deserved it because he was wrong on so many freaking levels. I know I skipped around and I apologize, but if y'all have watched the movie, y'all will know. Y'all know, but if you haven't, you should go and watch it because this movie is almost 20 years old. This movie is like, I'm gonna say either 15 years old. Maybe 12, I don't know, but yeah. It's close to 20. But it was a good movie. And it basically tells you, the moral of the story is, never leave and never trust too many people. Because you can put your trust into so many people. The ones you trust the most will end up deceiving you and hurting you in the long run. Especially when it comes to having significant others. Because some people feel like they can't get nobody. So they feel like they can take what you got. And they think just because it's working perfect for you, they think that they can take what you got. And they think it's going to work the same for them. But it does not work the same for everybody. Because the same way you or anybody took somebody away from that person and they was destined to be together, the same thing can happen to you. And that's what is karma. Karma, that's what it was, karma. And since we're talking about karma and why did I get married to, yeah, it was a 2. Why did I get married to? If y'all have watched that, all the things that Mike has done to Sheila or to anybody that he has done it to, his karma came back on him. And he ended up having cancer. That was his karma for what he did to Sheila, for what he did to anybody that he had wronged. I know I'm skipping around, but I'm just going and, telling what I know and what I remember about Mike and Sheila on why did I get married. And this is going to be my review. This is my opinion. This is my scenario. How I see fit and how I see it. And Angela was really the only friend Sheila had. Diana was not woman enough. Patricia was not woman enough. Trina Schoenhill was not woman enough. And the only allies that Sheila had in that movie was Troy and Angela. Diana and Patricia, they were just there. They were just there. Mike, he was just a bum. And when Mike realized what he had done, his karma started right there. He finally realized what Trina was all about. He realized he messed up with Sheila because one thing about Sheila, Sheila held him all the way down. She held them down. She was the one taking care of the house. She was the one taking care of the kids. She was the one taking care of the books, the bills, everything. And then what does Mike do to repay her back? He goes out and mess with her best friend. Trina was not no best friend. She was just a hoe. That's just how I see it. So that's going to be it. So let me ask y'all, what do y'all think about this? Do y'all think Angela was Sheila's only and best and truest friend? What do y'all think about that? I believe she was, because Angela is a friend that cared. She did not care if you liked it or not. She was going to tell you. So what do y'all think about that? Leave it in the comments. So that's going to be it for today, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back with another video as soon as possible. Thank y'all for watching. And I hope y'all have a wonderful Monday. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Bye-bye.